Hey everybody, what's up from Roll, Minnesota, your state of skate. Hey, I'm Butch Lehman, and today we're in for another episode of Rolling Reactions. Alright guys, in today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at a hot new VOD that recently released featuring three amazing skaters. You've got Nils Jansons, you've got Yuto Goto, and you've got Bobi Spassov, and they're putting it down in the video titled Soul, which has many people talking about it potentially being the best VOD of the year. That's what we're going to determine. This is my first initial reaction, so I invite you to join me for this one. Should be pretty amazing. These are really good skaters. But anyway, let's check it out. Alright guys, so this video has been absolutely blowing up my social media feed, and it's long overdue, so today it's going to be my initial reactions. Now, what I can tell you is that I love this lineup of skaters, and it looks like Nils is going to start things off with us for Soul to Soul, and then Wall Ride 180. Look at that crouch-controlled style. That's one of the reasons that I've always loved each of these skaters, and in the current state of the industry right now, there are so many stylish skaters. It's sort of a renaissance, if you will, of technical skating, and these three are at the leading edge of that. Another Nils trick, Hurricane Topsoul, one of my favorite tricks of all time, and it's just flawless. You look at the precision of the lock and the rollaway. Check that out, Budget the back Royale into top horn. Really cool switch up. That's one that I've always liked too. Like, porn stars top horns are one of my more natural tricks, and so some of the switch up variations you can do with the legs crossed make it all the better. That's a really interesting gap there. Like, that landing looks perfect for it. It even had a little bit of a down slope, some transition. Really buttery true spin topsoul there. Even on the landing too. I don't know what's raining from the sky here. It's not hammers, at least not yet, but I have a feeling we're in for some. Big fish brain or Macchio to drop. Kind of a makeshift spot right there, but that roof looked perfect. Rounded edges. Fish brain. Going over the rail this time. That's a tough trick to do on a handicap rail. Full alley-oop fish. And he was locked in, super topside on that. Yeah, I know there's a lot of debate out there, and I recently saw this on Facebook today too. Look at this spot. I don't know if I would trust that. You're skating on top of glass, and I'd be worried about breaking it, but what a skate spot. The way that was used, going up and then back down. Looks like Bobby's going to get on. What the? I'm going to have to watch that again later. Like a 270 set slide into far side, dark side top horn. That was unreal. I mean, Bobby's a wizard. He's been doing it for a long time. We all know it. So I guess I shouldn't be all that surprised, but that trick I did not see coming. Nice topsoul. Really interesting break in that rail. It's not your traditional kink rail. Full true Macchio, that's another really tough one. But anyway, this type of split part I think is really cool because when you can take like different types of skaters and merge them together into one part, it adds some visual variety and some variety in the trick vocabulary and the selection process. That was really sick. True spin kind grind going back the other way. Threw in a little grab there for some style points. But yeah, I think the variety is really what makes these type of parts amazing. And I know some people have talked about this in the past about how they'd like to see a resurgence of crew videos or like travel videos. Back in the day, that was the thing. You'd go travel across country, produce a tour video, have a DVD copy, and have that camaraderie be part of the video parts. And in this day, what the... Was that a 720 corkscrew to Pornstar cess slide? I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. Man, that was a stylish fakey 360. I can see why this video has high praise. This is mind-boggling in the best possible way. But yeah, going back to the tour videos, to have that sort of camaraderie captured and infused into the video part, gives you a sense of presence, almost like you're there, like you're part of that tour, part of something. And you'll see in some of these shots, those like connective material where skaters are high-fiving each other, hugging after a trick. And that's something that really can't be understated in a session, is having that level of camaraderie. That's what makes blading a social experience and so much fun. Shots like that. And I think that's something that we miss out sometimes in the age of social media and just like Instagram posts and short form content, is that. What do we got next? Carving in this time. Picking up some speed. Big 540 gap. Lost the hat, though. We're going to have to deduct 1 point. And infinity minus 1 is still infinity. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but it looks like rather than waxing the rail, might have been putting on some... Oh my gosh. That's not what you want to see. But if you've ever used wax to speed up the rail, sometimes you have to use mud or dirt to slow it down a little bit. This clip I've seen floating around on Facebook. And getting that last second true spin sole, and then the full cab out right before this concrete wall, that's a lot of technical control right there. And you can tell it on Nils' face that he was really excited to have that one. And I can't imagine it done any better. Holding a nice slow sole grind all the way down. Really curvy rail, and this little drop off at the end would be really hard to negotiate the right amount of speed. You don't want to go too fast down that kink rail, especially with the twists and turns, but if you don't go fast enough, that last little gap is going to be really tough. Speaking of little gaps, that was a really quick alley-oop fish brain. It's a little tappy. Tappy Gilmore would say. A little tappy. He sent him home. Transfer over to like 0 backslide going back down. Also a very creative spot. I feel like that spot has potential, and it's good to see Yuto putting it to use. With that, we got a Sony old school mini DV camera. What is those? The VX series, I think. I was a Canon guy myself. I had a GL2. But that brings me back, carrying around those cameras and having to swap in and out the tapes. Certain aspect of nostalgia from that, though. It's an interesting shirt. We've all seen the skate or die mantra that was really big in the 2000s, back in the golden era of blading. You got skate or cry. Seems like a lot of people are good at doing both, and that's not a shot at anyone in particular, but there does seem to be a lot of complaining in the culture of action sports right now. Sometimes you just got to let go and just enjoy rollerblading, and that's what it's all about. Don't take it too seriously. Just have fun. Nice 360 topsole. I like the spot at the landing there. You could tell that he was focused right on that little rectangle. I'm not sure what that was, if that was a separate piece of concrete or if that was like some sort of electrical box or top to something. The Luke hang grab. That one's a classic. You always got to incorporate one of those into a gap at some point or another. Got the sole to roll. Wow. Drop down true spin sole. It's the second time that Nils surprised me with the true spin sole. Top acid going around. Ooh, yeah. That can be dangerous. Got his arm stuck in there. Some of those spots, like particularly wall rails, sometimes like the shotgun rails that have a space in between, I always find those a lot more dangerous than most people I go skating with. And I can't really get it out of my mind. I don't know if that's ever happened to any of you out there, where you're thinking about getting your leg caught or your arm caught, and it's probably safer than a normal spot, but that's just something that always sticks with me in one of those situations. Bobi's got that really clean flowing style. Seems like everything is effortless for him. Look at that true spin misfit, full cab out in a line. Kind of a gritty second angle, but I appreciate it. Yeah, so far as we're looking toward the end of this video, I can definitely understand why this video has been received so well by the skate community. Like, pretty much every one of these tricks in here could be a section ender all on its own. And the fact that you're combining these three personalities, these two icons of rollerblading right now, into putting together this part that's just nonstop, just one amazing trick after another, holds the attention, has the creativity, style points, variety, pretty much everything you could want out of a blade video. Also, I don't know how long we're going on now, but this video is like 10 minutes long, and that's a pretty solid chunk of skating content, especially like I said earlier, in this day and age of short form content and isolated Instagram clips, to string together this much and to put it out there for free. There's a wall rail. Nice fish brain, just textbook. Nils is setting up this time. Into the bank, making the deposit. Cool top angle here too. He drifts off into the sunset, into the distance like a hero. The hero's quest has been fulfilled. Yeah, this is just a really great video part. All right, guys, let's bring this one to a close. So is Soul the skate video of the year? Well, simply put, it's too early to tell, but what I can tell you is this part was absolutely amazing. Like, I'm gonna have to rewatch this at least a couple more times to fully appreciate some of the level of technical wizardry that we saw on the screen. But some of the things I instantly love about it, the skating, the variety, the personalities of the skaters and how they're infused together here. And there's no doubt that Roces is doing some amazing things with their team, with their skate edits, and it seems like they're firing on all cylinders in that regard, on the media aspect. But anyway, you guys will have to let me know what you think of Soul down in the comments below. Do you think this is a contender for a potential best VOD of the year? I can definitely see why, and it seems like a lot of people share that opinion. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. I'm Butch Lehman of Roll, Minnesota, reminding you all to stay safe, stay healthy, and get out there and do some rollerblading. We'll see y'all with the next video. Till then, peace, everybody.